Hello everyone. The purpose of this video is to show you how to calculate the net present value using Excel. Now, before we actually do the calculation, just a quick reminder of what exactly is net present value. Let me try to explain this with a fairly simple example. Imagine if you have the opportunity of getting £20,000 today or £20,000 in 1 year's time. Which one would you prefer? You probably guessed it right. You would rather have £20,000 today. The reason is, if you take your £20,000, let's say you can buy a property with that amount today, you can go to the promoter and buy the property today because the price of the property is £20,000. But let's say you decide to wait for 1 year, and in 1 year's time, if you take your £20,000 and go to the same promoter and you wish to buy that property, guess what would have happened? Yes, the price of the property would probably have gone up. Now, this is an illustration of the time value of money. It simply means that the value of your £20,000 would have gone down as the years pass by. That's one reason. Now, the second reason is if you're offered £20,000 today, and if you're intelligent enough, you would say, well, don't want the £20,000 today, but I'd rather have the £20,000 invested, which earns a return of, let's say, 10%. And then you would take that amount plus the 10% in 1 year's time. Now, the second example is the opportunity cost. And this is exactly what we are trying to use in our example here. So let's get rid of this little example. And let's go back to our calculation. Now imagine a company has to choose between two projects, Project A and Project B. Now they both run for 4 years. They both require an initial investment of £10,000. This is why I've put a negative figure here, because let's imagine the company wants to buy an equipment. So obviously if you're buying the equipment, money will have to be spent, hence the negative sign. Now, when we buy the equipment, so this is a form of investment, surely in the coming years, so years 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Project A, these are the returns that are expected from this investment in cash flow terms. Now, the discount rate here is 10%, or you could refer to this as the opportunity cost of capital as well. It means that if you're not investing, you could have taken the money and put that hopefully in a bank account that earns 10% interest. Now, how do we calculate the net present value? Normally, we will use a formula. So I'd enter the equal sign. I select the value for year 0, which is the initial investment, and then plus, and I'll type in the letters NPV, open bracket. Now, the good thing about Excel is whenever you're trying to calculate a formula, you will see Excel will try to help you as far as possible. Here, you see that it's asking me for the rate, so the rate is 10%. I'll put the comma sign here. And for the values, when calculating the net present value, we have to take the inflows which happens in the future. So here, from years 1 to 4. And then I close bracket and I press enter. Now in my case, for Project A, the net present value amounts to £2,590. Great. Let's try to do the same thing for Project B and see how this works out. So we will use the same formula. So I'm going to put the equal sign, the initial investment plus, so I'm going to type in the letters NPV, open bracket. Again, it's asking me for the rate, so 10%. And then the values, these relates to the inflows from year 1 to 4, close bracket, and I press enter. And what do we notice here? This time the net present value is negative 2,701. Now, if we have to make a choice with these two projects, so if we had to choose between project A or project B, we will choose the one that gives the positive net present value. So in this case, we will choose project A, simply because it gives a positive net present value of £2,590 compared to project B, which gives a negative net present value of 2,701. So thanks for watching this video. This is again a short video on how to calculate net present value. Until next time.